Oh no, the stupid light is on again. Alright, I rigged that for the camera, but I'm going to tell you how I fixed it. I'll just give it away right off the gate. It was a circuit board, and I knew it was. To get the light to come on is actually downstream of the circuit board. So the way I found that out is you just stick your, oops, am I zoomed out enough? Hang on, let me see. Of course I go the wrong way. So you just stick your screwdriver up here in two places. It's very easy to see. This whole thing pops off. You can take it all apart, look at the electrical. You'll see that the wiring that plugs into the board goes straight to the light control board. Now, I checked all the switches. They are super simple, very easy. Nothing to them. Checked them all 5 doors. So all the switches were fine. Wiring. The only wiring that could possibly be pinched, everything else is set from the factory, but I had to check it, was this drawer right here. This control panel right here has a wire that runs down the side and into the refrigerator. So I had to check that. But even more important than the wires themselves is the terminals, because the terminal could be holding the insulation, but the wires are broken to the metal-to-metal connection of the wires and the terminal. So, you know, you want to look for kinks in the wire, even rodents eating through them. That's usually a car issue. So I checked all the wiring, and then why did I do it all myself? I mean, the first year is parts and labor, and then the extended warranty, which we purchased, was just for parts. Well, guess what? The circuit board turned out to be the circuit board. Originally, when we bought the refrigerator a couple years ago, it was like $450. Oh, and you can still spend $450 on it. But even if you're covered under the first year of a parts and warranty, it's still like $100 for the stupid repairman just to park in your driveway. So even though your parts and repairs are covered in the first year, it's still going to cost you. So I was being cheap and started the investigation myself. And because it was sporadic, I really had trouble finding it. I had to go through all the stupid stuff, like checking the switches up in the door like I just showed you. Checking the light here, you know, like that was the problem. The light was coming on, so it's obviously the light is the problem. Checking the wiring, you know, reading online what other people had problems with. Gosh, it's hilarious. So anyway, it turned out to be the circuit board. Here it is. I'll show it to you. Let me get into some better light. So I purchased the part from Parts Doctor, which is a new business to me, and all the other places I purchased parts from, it was at the $400 range, and this one was in the $200 range. So they listed it under the Westinghouse part number, not the Kitchenaid part number, and it was W10804160. They show a $60 core charge, but I called them up, and they just have to put that on there. There was no $60 core charge. There is no return refund for the core charge. So it was like $250 instead of like $485 plus shipping and handling plus tax. So anyway, so I bought it. And here is the little sucker. Super easy to install. Ridiculously easy to install. So it goes, yeah, it goes on there like this. So when you pull the panel off, then you have to cut the tape and take the shield off, the clear shield. And there's just a little clip up here. You just push it up a little bit and it falls right out. So you unplug the refrigerator, you move it back, you take the panel off, you cut the tape, you take the clear shield off of all the control boards. There's 4 or 5 of them back there. This one is in the lower left corner. You unplug it. There's a little clip right here. You lift it up a little bit and this falls right out. There's no screws in it. There's nothing holding it on. You put the new one on. Now I have searched and searched and searched. So whatever went wrong, I have found no cold solders and I've found no burnt resistors or capacitors or circuitry. I could not find anything even under magnification. No cold solders. Everything seems to be okay. I mean, I literally could not find anything wrong with this thing. So it's got to be something internal, like let's just pretend it was this resistor. You know, maybe something broke in there, the material's breaking down. So, but I just couldn't find anything wrong with it. That's why I never suspected it and did all that labor hunting down the switches and wiring and, you know, everything that went into the board and everything that came out of the board, you know, in, out. So, anyway, so the random light on is fixed, and it was the circuit board. So that was it for me. Now normally I would say who cares, but with this refrigerator it's actually quite sophisticated. So in other words, anytime you open up the door open, the refrigerator shuts off. So if it thinks the door is open, it's not going to refrigerate the house. It's going to say, okay, doors are open, don't run the compressor, don't cool anything, you know, just run it and cool it when the doors are closed. So that is an extremely important feature. If it thinks your door is open and you have an ice maker, your ice is going to drip and melt because it's defrosting. Your ice dispenser is going to freeze up because that water's going to, the ice is going to condense into water and then it refreezes. So it's a pain in the neck. So anyway, that was wrong. What was wrong with my refrigerator? It cost me time, but I didn't have to pay a technician because, hey, look, they're a business, you know, they've got to make money, and I'm cheap, sorta. Some things I don't mind spending money on and some things I do. So anyway, call a serviceman out. He's going to charge you to park in his driveway, then he's going to charge you diagnostics, then he's going to charge you for parts, and he's going to charge you a markup on the parts. Like if it cost him the $480, he's going to charge you $490, maybe $500 for the part. Then the labor to put it in, you know, maybe whatever book value it is, half-hour work labor to install it, so you got that charge too, you know. So this board replacement, if I would have called in a technician after the first year, would have probably cost me what I paid for the board, basically, in labor, for him to park in the driveway, come in here, charge me labor to put it in, and then he would back charge the company for the parts. Although he probably would have charged me his profit on the parts too. So, you know, I'm roughly thinking $250, $300 maybe. If I would have called a technician, he would have put it in, and it was under the extended warranty. So anyway, just a quick video, let you know how refrigerators work, meaning how repair of refrigerators work. So I hope you enjoyed that. Hope you learned something. Thank you for watching.